Right, exercise 2, and this is an essential part of drawing, is suddenly realising that everything you do is wrong and you can rub it out. Now, a lot of you would have said that, you know, when you was at school and that, you kept making mistakes, kept rubbing it out, and you started to feel that you couldn't do it. But here, rubbing out is actually an essential part of the drawing process. It's actually quite positive, because it allows you to build up layers of observation. Right. So don't try and do everything at once. Just remember that every time you sit down to draw something, that you are going to rub it out, and it's very liberating to know that you can do this. You're not making a mistake, you're actually drawing correctly, because the eye can only take in so much information at once. Right. So we're doing it gradually. Okay. So now you take your eraser and you use the side of it and just gently rub out so that you can see the drawing underneath. Just take the top layer off so we are back to there. Okay. Now this, funny enough, is the hardest part. It's because you now have got to develop a sort of like visual honesty, is where you can actually identify and accept that there is a mistake, and you can, you know, that you must adjust it or correct it. So don't just quickly, slavishly copy what you've done already. You start again, slowly, looking at what you've now got there and compare it to what is here. Okay, so I start at my point of departure and I slowly retrace my steps. Now that seems to be fine. That's fine. That's there. This, and you follow the steps. Don't jump. Don't leap forward. Don't go to somewhere which you prefer to do. Just stay with the pattern that you already started. There's a line there. This comes here. That's there. That seems to be fine. This is slightly higher. Okay. So I can move that up there, and I can see another little triangle appear there. Now, we start with the little finger, and I take the shortest route. I go up, and I notice that this is higher. And I can put the lines in there, and then I can come down to put the long side of it in there. Now, here, I notice that the finger bends in that direction and then comes in that direction. Here I can place the 3 lines, and now here, this, using that scribble, I can go round, and now I can place that finger in there. So there's some slight adjustments I've made, but it doesn't matter because everything else will now be affected by this adjustment here. Now, one of the things that you must always remember, sometimes something can be wrong and it's not necessarily where you think it is. And that's why a point of departure is essential. And also, always look at the width of something. Sometimes you can draw something too thin or too wide, and that's why it's wrong. Okay? So always look for the width. It's very important. Right, so we carry on, and then say, right, there's the ring there, it's turned around, so, and it's slightly angled, the ring. Right, which gives me more space. There's the other ring, corresponding to this crease here. Now this bulges out. Right, and then I can place these 3 lines there, and this tapers in. Notice, not straight. There it is. And then I can look, and I can go there and around, and I think, yeah, that scribble was quite correct. So now I've got the other finger in. Now this, go back, this is raised up by these 3 lines here, which lifts the finger slightly, and I can then place these in, and these lines are higher. They move up slightly. And this finger leans in. That seems to be fine, that line there. And this leans in here and there. And then look at this space here. Look at the sort of like the steps coming down. Can you see? That looks okay. That's fine there. Right, now here there's a triangle created by the gap there, and I look here and I think, yep, that seems to be fine. There are 3 lines there. That seems to be fine there. And here, this bulges out slightly, comes in more like that. There are 2 lines here, which then raises up that area there. So now, can you see, I've actually drawn a portrait of the fingers. Well, not exactly, but more closer to how they actually look. My first drawing was just provisional. It was just a generalisation. Right. Now, I stay with the route I took. I've come down here. That seems to be fine. Here. That is there. There's another line here that overlaps here. There's a line there, and there's another line there, and this raises up slightly here. Right. Now here I can come, that seems fine. There's 2 lines here, and my thumb is slightly shorter. It comes more like that. And there's the thumbnail here. Go down, and it's slightly thinner here. Okay, and there's a little triangle here, and this comes down here. There's a crease here, 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 there, and that seems to be like that. Okay, so now you can see we've made the corrections and things start to look more like they appear here. Now, here we go back to our point of departure, and then there's a line that comes up here which seems to fit. There's the triangle that's there, here, and that seems to fit that, which comes across here. And there's a line that comes down here, and a line that comes down there. So, yeah, so using those lines shows me that I'm nearly correct. Now, what I can do now is I can rub that out again if I wanted to and continue. But you don't really need to at this stage, okay? And so, what this exercise has been about is about just allowing your eye, trusting your eye to just put one shape next to another, comparisons, some intuitive scribbling, and the introduction of, you could say, abstract shapes in order to help you draw what you're seeing here. Right, and most importantly, the introduction of rubbing out, which you'll be doing a lot of, okay? So you don't have to worry about getting anything wrong to begin with. The most important thing is that you follow the process, just stay with the process, the sequence. Everything is about sequences, okay? And if you can draw the hand, you can draw all sorts of things using the same process, okay? So, that is lesson 1, right? Okay, and the next lesson will be drawing the hand from above, okay, which we'll use a totally different process.